Have you ever said something in anger that you wished you could take back? Words that felt like daggers, words you never intended, but once spoken could never be erased? Or maybe you've made a decision in the rush of excitement, quitting too soon, investing without thinking, or saying yes when you should have paused, only to wake up later with regret pressing heavy on your chest? The truth is, most of us don't live our lives. Instead, our emotions live them for us. And until you learn to master your emotions, you will forever be a slave to them. This is not just about success. It's about survival, relationships, growth, and peace of mind. The hidden power of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is not about suppressing your feelings. It's not pretending to be calm when your heart is racing. It's not putting on a fake smile while your mind is on fire. It's about awareness, knowing what you feel before it controls you. It's about choice, deciding the outcome instead of being dragged by impulse. Psychologists call it the gap between stimulus and response. Something happens to you, that's the stimulus. How you react, that's the response. And between those two lies a gap. In that gap lies your freedom. In that gap lies your destiny. And the size of that gap depends on your emotional intelligence. The stories we all know too well. Think about how many jobs have been lost because someone spoke without thinking in a meeting. How many marriages and friendships have ended because pride spoke louder than love? How many opportunities have been missed because fear was allowed to scream louder than courage? And now, think about yourself. How many times has your life taken a different turn simply because you let your emotions take the driver's seat? Maybe you said something harsh in frustration. Maybe you walked away from a chance because fear held you back. Maybe you held on to resentment instead of forgiveness, and that bitterness poisoned your future. We don't even need history books to see this truth. Our own lives testify against us. The mirror test. Now let's take this short test. Pause for a moment. Imagine standing in front of a mirror right now. Look past your clothes, past your smile, past your achievements. Ask yourself honestly, how much of my story was shaped by intentional decisions and how much by uncontrolled emotions? When you walked away from a dream out of fear, when you lashed out at someone who actually cared, when you allow sadness to keep you in bed while opportunities pass by, the mirror doesn't lie. And sometimes the hardest truths come not from others, but from our own reflection. Why controlling your emotions matters. Controlling your emotions matters so much because your emotions are powerful. They are energy, they are signals, but they are terrible leaders. Anger will push you into destruction. Fear will chain you to mediocrity. Excitement without discipline will bankrupt you. Sadness without perspective will drown you. But when mastered, emotions become fuel. They give you empathy, passion, energy, creativity. They become your compass instead of your cage. Without control, emotions are a storm. With control, emotions are wind in your sails. The turning point. Here's the truth that stings. Your emotions will never go away. You cannot stop anger from rising. You cannot stop fear from creeping in. You cannot stop sadness from pulling at your heart. But you can stop them from being the loudest voice in the room. You can stop them from being the one who decides your future. You can pause. You can breathe. You can choose clarity over chaos. That is emotional intelligence. Not the absence of emotion, but the mastery of it. A challenge to you. Think back to your last mistake. Not the one caused by lack of knowledge or bad timing. The one caused by losing control of yourself. What would have happened if you paused for just 5 more seconds? What would have happened if you chose silence instead of shouting, patience instead of panic, strategy instead of impulse? Now ask yourself, how many more mistakes will you allow your emotions to make on your behalf? This is not a casual question. It's a defining one. Practical reflections. Next time you feel anger rising, ask, will this matter in 5 years? When fear whispers you can't, ask, what if I try anyway? When sadness pulls you down, ask, what can I learn in this valley? And when excitement rushes in, ask, is this joy or just noise? It's not about perfection, it's about practice. Every pause is progress. Every conscious choice is victory. Now let me tell you the painful but honest truth. Life will test you, people will provoke you, circumstances will shake you. But remember this, your emotions were designed to serve you, not rule you. If you don't learn to master them, they will master you. And you will look back one day, not at the things life denied you, but at the things you denied yourself because you could not control what burned inside. So today, make a choice. A choice to pause. A choice to breathe. A choice to master yourself before life masters you.